Welcome. Today you're going to learn about oil pastel techniques. We're going to review color theory, the color wheel, how to make tints, how to make shades, and how to make gradients. Enjoy the video. Hello, today I'm going to go over how to use oil pastels and some color theory concepts. So what you're going to need some paper towels, you're going to need some oil pastels, and a piece of paper. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some color gradients, and so that way we can see how to mix colors with primary colors. So I always clean off my oil pastels with a paper towel. Alright, so we're gonna see what happens when we mix blue and yellow together. I'm gonna start off with a heavy pressure. I'm going to kind of work in a circular motion. Then I'm going to start reducing my pressure to a medium and to a really light feather touch. Alright, so over here I'm going to start off with a heavy yellow. Then I'm going to go slowly but press down firmly and blend. I'm going to leave that blue. Alright, so now we can see from yellow, green, green in the middle, to blue, green. Sometimes you could go back in and blend with that. So now we have our two primary colors, and we could see how much pressure we would have to make to create our intermediate or in between colors. Alright, so clean those off. I'm going to grab my red. I'm going to do about a fingertip of pure red. I'm going to do a medium pressure and then just barely touch it for a light pressure. I'm going to go ahead and use my yellow again, clean it off. Start off with just pure yellow. Press firmly. Come into the red a little bit. I think what I'm going to try here, I'm going to get just a layer of light pressure. Clean off my oil pastel, see if I can get more of a yellow orange. There we go. I like that better. Clean it off and I'll put my yellow right here. Alright, so you can see yellow, red primary colors, those in between colors. I'm going to layer just a little bit here with my yellow. So like my intermediate colors, like the yellow orange and then the red orange, and you'll see kind of orange right in there. Okay, now my next technique that I'm going to do, I haven't done blue and red. We'll see how those work. Make sure that those are clean. I'm going to go ahead and start off with my blue, reduce to a medium, reduce to like a very light feather touch. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to take my red, go in a circular motion. Now we can see our two primary colors. You got red and blue, intermediate colors or tertiary colors, the third type. Red, violet, blue, violet, and then we'll see a violet in the middle. Okay. Again, I could softly blend on top so you can layer these. Alright. So let me do I'll do a color wheel with these right off to the side. I'm going to draw a triangle, put yellow here, clean off my oil pastels, a pure blue and a pure red. When we mix those together, creates another triangle. I'm going to go ahead and just use the pre-mixed. So when we mix 50-50 with yellow and blue, we'll get ourselves a green. When we mix 50-50 with blue and red, we'll get another secondary color, which will be our purple. Okay, and then when we mix 50-50 with red and yellow, we'll get ourselves an orange. Now I'm going to show you, because we learned how to mix here, but I'll also show you a layering technique so we could use color theory with this. So what I'm going to do here for the in-between color, I'm going to put down the lightest pressure with orange. Then I'm going to blend in heavy pressure with my yellow. There we go. We have a yellow-orange. Now with my orange, I'm going to do, again, light pressure. I'm actually going to do a light pressure with red. And then I'm going to go back over with the orange. Press harder. Okay, so now we have a red-orange. Alright, so now let's let me clean off my yellow. I'm going to go ahead, I think green seems darker, so I'm going to go ahead and put down a light pressure with the green, and then a heavy pressure with the yellow. Now we'll have an intermediate color or tertiary color of yellow-green. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do a soft coat of blue, and then a heavy pressure with green. I'm going to go back over with blue, and you can kind of layer back and forth until that looks like a blue-green. I like the way that looks. Alright, so now I'm going to work here. I'm going to mix those two together. I'll start off with a light pressure with the blue, then a heavier pressure with the purple. I could always layer back and forth until I get the color that I like. Now we have a blue violet or blue purple. Okay, so if you notice what I'm saying, it always, intermediate colors, you always say the primary color first and then the secondary color. So we're learning how to layer and mix to get those in-between colors. So now I need a red and then I need purple. I go ahead and do a very soft coat of red. I'm going to blend in with my purple. And I'm going to go back over with my red. And I keep on layering it until it seems mixed. I like the way that that looks. Alright, so now we have our color wheel order. We've learned how to mix primary colors. We learned how to mix a primary and secondary color. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is show you how to use your white and black with the color. I'm going to go ahead and use this with blue. I'm going to take blue, I'm going to do a pressure gradient where I'm going to do heavy pressure to medium pressure to light pressure. Then I'm going to take my white and I'm going to polish firmly and blend, and I'm doing another gradient concept, a gradual change. So these are gradients because they're gradually changing. So this is known as a tint, right? When you mix white with a color, that creates a tint. So off to the side, show you. So if we put down blue first, and then we polish in with the white, that's going to look pretty dark. If we put down white first, with just a little bit of blue on top, and we go back in with white, we could make a light tint. Okay, so anything mixed with white is known as a tint. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my black. Anytime you add black to a color, it creates what is known as a shade. I'm going to do a little pressure gradient clean off my black, and I'm sorry, clean off my blue, and then I'll start off with blue. Polish, 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 polish. Alright, so there's a shade gradient, so anytime you add black. Alright, so this time I'm going to put down maybe a medium pressure of black. Then I'm going to put the blue on there, and you're going to notice that's a really dark shade. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do now is I'm going to start off with blue, out of a medium pressure. Just a small amount of black, barely touching it, going back over. So black is tricky because it's hard to get those like medium values when you add black, just because what will happen is just that black is just so strong. Alright, so that's it for this video. So we learned how to mix primary colors, and you get all the different colors in between. We reviewed the color wheel, the order of the color wheel. We learned about primary colors, secondary colors, and the third type of color, or known as tertiary. So we learned layering techniques. We learned how to change the value of a color through gradient concepts with tints, and then layering concepts to make different tints. Anything mixed with white is a tint. And we learned shades. We put down black first with that, the darker color, and then blended, and then we did some layering techniques to get various shades. Alright, so enjoy working with the oil pastels and learning how to do color theory concepts. Thank you for watching my video today. Do something amazing with these oil pastel techniques. Do something nice for someone. Give them an amazing piece of artwork that you created. And as always, be a good person. Thank you again.